Arsenal have been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by West Ham, full time 3-1, and that is really very bad to all Arsenal fans all over the world who are really watching in right now. Late night game, you need to keep up awake. Most of you had to obviously wake up early and obviously go to work, but finally you've gonna hate to be knocked out of the Carabao Cup. West Ham 3, Arsenal 1 buys. Guys, it's not a result I really expected. I really knew that it was going to be close, and that's why I called a 2-1 win for Arsenal. That is it. And even if it had gone ugly, you know, I never expected Arsenal to obviously be really annihilated to this level, where West Ham have gonna hate to obviously control the game, and they're gonna hate to obviously be so much clinic every time they got the ball and face the side of Arsenal. Welcome to this channel. Smash like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that I do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and we're here to break down how everything has gonna hate to go down at the London Stadium. Declan Rice board, Martin Odegaard coming in through and obviously scoring again, having had a very bad spell, and I think that rest really paid off well. Declan Rice was bored throughout the entire minutes he played for the club of Arsenal, and Zinchenko roasted by Mohamed Kudus in the second goal that Kudus scored that gave West Ham a 2-0 lead. So it came in from a corner, and it was an own goal from Ben White, something that he rarely does in his career, but he finds himself in a position of obviously scoring such goals in there for you. And as I speak right now, Newcastle has gonna hate to score its third goal, and it's Joe Willock, a former Arsenal lad, has gonna hate to obviously put in the third goal at Old Trafford. It's 3-0 in favor of Newcastle, and Man United are trailing behind. So it shows you that these two teams are obviously out. I don't see Man United coming back. But for Arsenal, they had chances to obviously kill, at least level the game, especially from Kai Havertz. Fabio Vieira went ahead and obviously found him at the back post, and he obviously hit that ball not well to the back of it because it was facing the goalkeeper, and he would have gone ahead to do better and better and better. But all in all, it's one of those moments that he will obviously go ahead and obviously not really forget, especially when you are really trailing by 1-0. All you need is simple: go on, kill off that game, and obviously level it up. You know, go into halftime when the game is 1-1, and second half you come up with a plan. But Arsenal looked short of plans. Over much they really knocked that ball a lot, and they couldn't find a way through. Fabio Vieira was trying to find those passes to link up with the Dinketia, but things never went on as planned. And there was another clear-cut chance that they got. It was a cutback coming in from Reece Nelson at the beginning of the game, and things really never went on as planned for the side of Arsenal. But all in all, it leaves Arteta in a very question mode. You know why? Now, if they're out, obviously they're out. How is he going to deal with the situation of Aaron Ramsdale? Because at least in such games, you would get time to obviously play Aaron Ramsdale. But finally, he has gotten himself into a situation of really not having anywhere to play Aaron Ramsdale until the January transfer window, where we are obviously going to find ourselves in a situation where the FA Cup returns, and that's when you're obviously going to really see a player of his caliber coming in through to obviously face the side of any team that Arsenal is going to be drawn against. So that is a very huge question, and that means that might be even the last game that Ramsey is going to hate to play for Arsenal, because he might really be sold in the January transfer window. When you look at Zinchenko, he's not really a player reliable when it comes to the defensive side of the game. You see the second goal, long ball, he misread its flight, and as it turned, Kudus had already controlled that ball, and he obviously shot at goal to make it 2-0 for the club of West Ham. So Zinchenko was really a problem into that ilk, and he obviously came in through and really did what he had to do on the night. So in my own understanding, I would like to let you know that Arteta did all he had to do. He brought on Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, but I think the damage was already done. The third goal, obviously, a shot from Gerard Bowen on the D, hits it, deflects, I think, past two Arsenal players, and the last person deflected off was Jakub Kiwior into the back of the net, and the goalkeeper had nothing to do. And all of the three goals, I don't blame Aaron Ramsdale. There is nothing I'm going to hate to do because he had no authority over that. But the beauty was all about the player called Martin Odegaard. The fashion, the style in which he obviously scores that goal is really one of those that we should be talking about right about now, because it's really one of those that is really exquisite. The way he finished, you know, Fabio Vieira went ahead to obviously release him, and they really looked like they read themselves like a book. And let no one lie to you that things are not obviously going to become better for Fabio Vieira, because last time he obviously went ahead to obviously put up score a penalty, and today is going to register an assist. And he has been one of those players I've gone ahead to see playing well into that team of Arsenal, but he lacked that mobility. Like when you saw Odegaard coming in through how he moved, right? The body movement was really elite, and it enabled him to go on and really get himself another assist on the night. Martin Odegaard scored a very good consolation goal for Arsenal, but I think it can be a very good year up for him as he goes into the weekend when Arsenal is playing Newcastle, a team that is really leading Man United by 3-0 at Old Trafford. So they've gone ahead to do what they do, but the damage was done. And I think Zinchenko, Ben White, to me, I think that they are the ones to blame into what the loss has been today. That is it. Now let's go to the match stats. 5 shots by West Ham, and Arsenal had 14 shots. Then 3 shots on target by West Ham, 3 shots on target by Arsenal. That means West Ham were really so clinical, and Arsenal just lacked that cutting edge in front of goal. 28% ball possession by West Ham. Arsenal had 72% of the game, but they never found themselves into what we call hurting areas of the pitch. 267 passes completed by West Ham. Arsenal 678 passes, as I told you in the matchday live, that we all expect Arsenal to obviously play very many touches and really have what we call the lion's share of the possession. Then passing accuracy 75% by West Ham. Arsenal had 89%. 12 fouls by both sides, 0 yellow cards to both sides, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to West Ham and 0 to Arsenal. 4 corners for West Ham and 6 corners for Arsenal. And finally, those were the stats of how the game went down at the stadium of the London Stadium, and everything went on well, and West Ham are really jubilant. They are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and it looks like they might put up a challenge, because when you look at the teams that are really still into this Carabao Cup, they are obviously few, if you know them, that are really hard. When you look at Fulham, it's through. Liverpool is through. Everton is through. Chelsea is through. So the only remaining team that is really huge that you can obviously try to look at and say, all right, there is a very huge team, it's Liverpool, you know. But I think the rest, they can be handled well by the team of West Ham. So let's wait and see how Newcastle really ends. It's coming to the 70th minute, and the game is still 3-0 in favor of Newcastle, and Erik ten Hag is obviously having one of his worst spells at Man United, and is going to lose 2 consecutive games at Old Trafford. Something that I'm not going to hate to see in a while. So thank you guys for watching. Through your reactions to West Ham 3, Arsenal 1 are welcome in the comment section below. And who is to blame for today's loss? Ben White for netting his own goal, Zinchenko for allowing in that goal again, All that and more into the comment section below. But the Carabao Cup draw is going to be held after this, after the game of Man United, and everything is going to be really outside there to see to it that we really get to you the best. So that's what I had for you. Arsenal have been knocked out of the Carabao Cup. West Ham have knocked them out 3-1. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. I'm out.